low 35. And then, boy, sunshine Sunday, high 62. So that's kind of the peak day of the weekend. Both days are going to be quite nice. But also, here comes the rain. Beginning of the work and school week, chance of showers in the morning and most of the day into Tuesday. Monday's high 61, Tuesday's high up to 64. Again for today, enjoy sunshine after clouds give way. A little cool, little gusty winds, high 48. Currently, it is 42 and cloudy at WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Wallace Towing.
Tax time is here and we are ready. Hi, this is Pam Haberlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. All furniture and mattresses are buy one, get the other item of the same value or less at half off. This includes special orders. We offer financing 12 months, same as cash, and a 90-day layaway plan. What a great time to come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. 235 Northfield Drive, Princeton, right next to the Bowling Alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
This is Heb. We are your local U-Haul dealer.
Big John's Barbecue is now open Wednesday through Saturday on Jefferson Street. Woo-hoo! That's good news. Just look for that big green food truck. John and Crystal work hard to provide you with the most delicious and safe food ever. Voted best food truck in the Best of Western Kentucky ballot. Big John's Barbecue is also available for your events, auctions, remotes, and festivals. Follow them on Facebook for menu items and updates and to book them for an event or order for lunch delivery. Call 270-963-3785.
Your home team at Tri-Hughes wants to help you stretch your vehicle budget as far as it will go. That's why they offer a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs under $10,000. As always, financing is not a problem. If you're receiving a tax refund and need a vehicle, your first stop should be with your home team at Tri-Hughes. Vehicles under $10,000.
Buy your next vehicle from the home team. Find them on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or at tricehughes.com.
We've been talking for months now on WKDZ, WHVO, and WPKY about the importance of shopping at home with our locally owned and operated businesses. And they are telling us that you are making a difference. I'm Beth Mann, President and CEO of the Edge Media Group. I just want to thank you for the extra effort you're making to support our local businesses. When shopping locally, you create jobs, fund more local services, and impact our local economy. And that's a win-win for everyone. Shop local.
All right, everyone, let's get this party started.
Yeah! McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for everyone.
Give me back the Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish. Give me back the Filet-O-Fish.
Hey, what kind of music is this? Wait, is that a fish at the DJ booth?
Well, it is a Filet-O-Fish party.
Mix and match a Filet-O-Fish, Big Mac, Quarter Pounder with cheese, or a 10-piece Chicken McNuggets. Any two for $5. Price and participation may vary for a limited time. Single item at regular price.
1580 103.3 WPKY, Tess and Ty, and coffee talk time I always enjoy because we always have a house full. And we got company this morning, Ty.
Yes, we do.
We're going to talk softball and baseball. That's why the sun's out today.
Dawson Springs style, and just, it's great. No doubt about it.
Tell us who we got over there.
We welcome to the WPKY studios. We have Jordan Dalton, and he's vice president of the Dawson Springs Youth League. And we have Jaymz Parker, a coach with the Dawson Springs Youth League. So we welcome you guys in the WPKY studios. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, and when it comes time to register kids, what is the one thing that you can tell parents more than anything?
That it's important to get kids out there to play baseball. It's I know cost scares a lot of parents, stuff like that, but we'll find a way. That's all that matters to us is they get out there and play baseball, have a good time, learn the sport, and just enjoy their summer.
Well, and to be honest, it seems like sometimes every time you turn around, there's another fee involved. There's another something somewhere, whether it be at school or somewhere all the time. And that can be hard for parents just to, to find, where is this one coming from? But, over the years, now, of course, you've got new leadership at DYSL, right?
Yeah, we do. We changed hands this past year, and I stepped up as the VP. Tommy Rose, he was voted in as our president. Basically, the offices ran out for the other people last year, so it was just time, nothing else other than that. But we were excited to get new hands on board and a lot of new ideas, fresh ideas going on, and we've come up with some some new ideas for the kids as far as getting them out there to play, sponsorships, all kinds of good stuff like that. And James, he's come up with a lot of good ideas and going through with it, and we are excited to get it underway.
Well, of course, Tommy Rose is very involved in Special Olympics, volunteering with that. His wife as well, and his daughter Emily, and excuse me, who is an athlete for Special Olympics. And when we talk about special needs, and that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we hit on today, because that's something else you're thinking about, and it's very unusual to find a special needs softball league. But the biggest point that I loved is when you guys said, you know what? No matter what the need, no matter what the skill level, no matter if it's financial or physical, if somebody wants to play softball, we're going to figure out a way for them to do it.
Yeah, that's right. And that goes for the regular league, too. I mean, if anybody wants to play any kind of ball, we want them out there playing. It's just important to us to get the sport spread wide. I mean, it's America's favorite pastime. And everybody deserves a chance to play. And if there's a way we can figure it out, we'll figure it out.
Well, now, you got plenty of coaches. You don't need none of them, right?
We can always use coaches.
As many volunteers as possible.
I was kidding.
Yeah. Volunteer, please. We will take it any way we can get it.
Well, Ty, you and I have talked about that before, is that sometimes it's hard to find people that'll step up and take that coaching role.
No doubt about it, but that's why they're here today. And let's talk about the ages of your league. Well, who can play up at the DYSL?
We can take kids from 3 years old, 4 years old, all the way up to 12 years old.
They don't have to be from Dawson, right?
They don't have to be from Dawson. It's not a school-affiliated sport. It's a local community deal. So if you live in the edges of Caldwell County, if you live all the way in Christian County, or wherever, if you want to make the drive, we're pretty centrally located amongst all these counties. Come on down and sign up. We got people that come from Hopkinsville to play because we're one of the lowest costing youth leagues around.
Now, Coach Parker, what are you looking for? What age group do you coach?
This year it'll be 12U.
Oh, that's a fun group right there.
Yeah. This one, it's a little different just because you're getting them ready to move on after us. But we still, just because I coach that, I still have hands-on with the other groups as well. We all try to help each other out just because, trying to find more volunteers. And while we're short, everybody has to do a little bit of everything.
And this is a time if they haven't ever played before. Maybe they're 12 years old and they say, you know what, I've never played before. Can I get my feet wet there? Is it too late?
Oh, no, not at all. We also just, if it's somebody starting, obviously they don't have gloves, bats, stuff like that. We have a give-and-go closet, so a parent doesn't have to unload a bunch of money for equipment for a kid that's just trying it, not sure if he likes it or not. So that kind of cuts some of their cost a little bit there.
I love the name of that. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of that. They have that in some different leagues, but I love the name of that. Explain that again now. The name of that.
It's a give and take closet.
Give and take.
So, for instance, my kid has a lot of stuff that he's outgrown, so that stuff will be donated, and hopefully another kid will need to use it. If I find something at a garage sale for cheap, I'll pick it up, put it in there so other kids could use it. When the shoe store went out of place, I bought a bunch of cleats, put in there last year, so some kids were able to get some cleats and stuff like that.
Love that concept.
That's really great.
Any kind of equipment you can imagine. That just helps us keep the cost down because a lot of parents look at it like, well, that's an extra $200 cost for cleats, gloves, helmets, bats, all that stuff. And we had a closet full of old bats that somebody could use and have their own. And so we're like, man, why not?
What are the enrollment fees for your league? Tell us about those.
Well, for 8U on up to 12U is $40 a kid. And then for Pee Wee and T-ball is $30. And we have a deal where if you have a kid in 8U and a kid in 12U, we'll knock $5 off of that and make it a $35 entry fee for one of them since you have multiple kids. And that was something we had toyed around with because we were already cheap enough, but we just wanted to sweeten the pot and, kind of get people interested in coming on down because I know money's tight, time's tight, and for everybody, so we just want your kid to play ball.
Well, and when you think about it, that helps parents out. I mean, I've got 3 kids. So when one of them wants to do something, well, I don't want to do it at home. I mean, they want to do it too, but that's a good thing. But it can really hit the pocketbook. And I know a couple of parents in the past that have said, you know what, if one of them does it, all of them will do it, and I can't afford for all of them to do it.
Right, and that's one reason we are seeking sponsorships and donations. I've hit up a lot of businesses. Jaymz has hit up a lot of businesses. Tommy and James's lady Amber, we all go around to these businesses and we sell banners, and we also sell team sponsors. So if there's a business that wants to sponsor a team, it's $150 per team, and your company logo will be printed on the back of the jersey. Or we sell banners, 3 by 5 foot or 4 by 4 foot. They'll be color printed and hung on the fences around the ballpark, and your business will be sponsored. And that is also $150. And we take concessions and other monetary donations, and that helps us cover costs that for kids that can't afford it, and keeps our costs down also. So it only costs $40 for kids. If not, it would be way higher.
Well, and I'll tell you, that's something else that we've talked about in the past, is the fact that people in Caldwell are so good about sponsoring the kids and making sure that if they can't afford something like that they will find a way for that. And that's not the case everywhere. And I mean, I know it's not. And I'm really proud of that fact. And that's the other reason why I think that special needs league that you're talking about and going to have a meeting about is so special too, because that's not something that you find everywhere either. What sparked that?
I think Tommy having his daughter with special needs was one thing, and all of our kids go to school with these children, and they're friends with them, and they see how important it is for them to be included into everything and not be segregated out because they have special needs. And I've coached several of them myself on T-ball teams and stuff, and I've seen how much they improved and see them smiling. And that was just one thing we all kind of agreed on, that it was something that needed to be done, that we didn't have it and it wasn't out there, so we really wanted to do something.
What's a season run like?
Season, let's see, it usually starts about mid-April as far as with practices and games, once we get all the teams and sign-ups taken in and stuff. About mid-April, practices will start, and then it's 6 weeks worth of games. So usually it'll go from the 1st of May all the way to about the 2nd week of June. And then we have it set to where our Pee Wee and T-ball start after the regular U season, in case parents have, kids in both. All of our teams travel. Well, the T-ball and the Pee Wee are in-house. So we set that after June, the 2nd week of June to start. So we're not, every parent gets to watch their kid play.
In all seriousness, are you needing umpires as well?
We do. We need umpires. We were currently looking for a head umpire, and it's kind of one of those things you just need to know the rules and be willing to accept a little bit of responsibility. And it's not a super serious job, but it is. It helps us keep the cost down. If not, we'll have to use league umpires, and they cost more out of our pocket.
Well, it's a great way for somebody to get their feet wet, Ty. I mean, if they're wanting to get into that.
It certainly is, and it seems if you can start at that level, at that league, a little bit of the pressure is off, and you get up and you just start stepping up into some of the older leagues and things. You want to be able to be pretty versed and make sure of getting things right. But it's a little responsibility, and of course everybody wants to get out there and make the right calls, but it's a great way to participate and to volunteer. So if you've ever thought about it, that'd be a great way to jump in there and just get ready to go.
Now, are you needing, girls coaches, guys coaches? Are you needing, specifically guys for the guys teams?
We do not discriminate. Anybody who wants to coach, they'll have an opportunity. I knew very little about baseball. I was well versed in other sports, not baseball, last year, and he called me up. My kid was on the team and asked if I wanted to help coach, and I feel he's developed me pretty well to where, if he's not around, I'm able to handle things like a coach would. And so if somebody just knows a little bit, we could get them to where they need to be.
Get them up to speed.
Yes.
That's kind of how it starts, though, for most of us, is you get that phone call and go, we need somebody or the kids aren't going to get to play this year. I think all of us at one point in time, if, Ty included, when your kids are little, you get that phone call, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, but there's nothing, Tess, and you guys can attest to that, especially James, if it was your first year to do it, that there's a sense of pride and joy when you're out there, whether you have DNA yourself on the field or not, to see those kids smiling and see them from where you start the season to where you end the season. And Jordan, you were talking about the improvement, and that's what it's about. It's teaching these kids skills, letting them have fun, and to get out there in the good old sunshine and fresh air and enjoy just a tremendous sport.
Of course, Coach Parker, I do say it's addictive. I warn you.
I started out as the parent in the stand that screamed all the, directions from there, and finally I was like, well, I've had enough of this. I gotta get involved. And usually it ended up one of the coaches couldn't make it, so they needed somebody, so I would step out there, and it got to where I was like, well, I kind of enjoy this, and I enjoy spending more time with my own kids out on the field and helping out. And we develop bonds with every player in a way, and I've had the same group of boys for about 4 or 5 years running on and off, so we've developed a bond, and it makes for a better team. They didn't get to play one year because our numbers were so low we didn't have enough for a team, and we finally got back into it, and we improved 100% from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, because we went from coach pitch to live arm player pitch, and that's a big transition. It was really hard for me as a coach because I had to teach kids how to pitch, teach kids how to catch behind the plate, and it was a rough year, but we improved so much. It got me hooked. So I also, me and James coach basketball as well for the youth leagues, and we really enjoyed that too. So we're kind of hooked on the coaching bug.
Well, you and I had talked about that, with the basketball. Of course, basketball is just kind of wrapping up. But that's something, to think about later on down the road, that's something that you will be having as well again, and that you're going to be needing coaches and help with.
Right. And I think year before last, they didn't have a 5th and 6th grade girls basketball coach, and I got thrown into that, and boy, that was intimidating. Coaching girls versus coaching boys, I felt like if I yelled too much, I might hurt somebody. Well, it was kind of the other way around. They yelled at me more than I yelled at them. So
those girls are rough, man. I love that. You know what, though? Now you've got the meeting for special needs, kind of gauging interest and volunteers and kind of seeing what you've got. Now, when is that meeting coming up?
It's coming up this Sunday, the 8th, there at the community center in Dawson. Thinking you said, I think it's set for 3 o'clock. Doors open about 2:30ish, something like that. We're going to gauge interest, see what everybody has in mind that they want to do with that, and get something set up. And it'll kind of take place after our regular season because of limited field space. We got 2 fields there in Dawson we can play on, so we'll kind of coordinate that with the Pee Wee and the T-ball and see how many people we're going to have interested, and kind of build off of that. Until we get the right numbers in there, we won't know much. So that's kind of what this meeting's for, is to see how many people want to do this, and if we can have 1 team or 2 teams or whatever. And if a lot of our kids that play the regular youth league that go to school with these kids that are special needs, they're excited to help out and give them some competition, and kind of we'll feather them in with the teams and really give it a good go.
Gives them a chance to be an unofficial coach for a little bit and learn too. Huh?
They love to help out, and that's kind of one of our rules as far as coaches that we give our players, that you help the younger, more unexperienced kids, and you teach them, and you teach them by either making mistakes or from mistakes that you learn from.
Now, what phone number can they get a hold of you at, Jordan?
We got a let's see, the phone number as far as for me or Tommy or Amber, they can call Tommy at 270-619-4523. That's his personal cell phone, and they can ask him any questions. He's like I said, the president of the league. For me, my phone number is 270-619-0079. If I don't answer right away, please leave a voicemail. I will call back. Somebody will get to it. Also, they can reach us on Facebook on our DSYL page. It's Dawson Springs Youth League. Or we have a email address as well. They can contact us through. It's
youth.league.of.dawson.springs@gmail.com. Or if they ever go by the Dawson Springs Food Giant and run into me, I'll have basically all the same answers they should, unless it's something way above my head. But I'm kind of lingering around all the meetings right now where they're still filling out other board positions. So
I was just going to ask you, does it help that, like with you being over at Food Giant, you seeing a lot of these kids on a regular basis and see these families come in? How much does that help as a coach?
Quite a bit. We're actually taking registrations up there too. So the people who can't make it to our designated times up at the field, I'm taking them anytime. I've instructed my managers what to do if I'm not at the store, which is very rare. But they could turn it in anytime they want to up at Food Giant. So we feel hopefully that's going to boost our numbers a little bit too, because we don't want any kids to get left out just because there's not enough kids to fill a league this year.
Well, you're going to be on Saturdays, right? How many Saturdays is that going to go?
We got this upcoming Saturday, and then also March the 14th, we will be down at the Dawson Springs City Park taking up registration fill-out sheets. Money needs to be turned in with it, and everything filled out. Somebody will be there if you have any questions on the fill-out sheets. We'll be there pretty much from about 9, 10 o'clock-ish, basically all day. We live down there during the summer and spring, and we're getting the fields ready, concession stands all tidied up, and we're excited about getting this summer started.
Anything the ballpark's needing?
Well, a lot of volunteers to help clean up. Anybody that wants to come down and rake fields or help clean up or fix anything, mainly just working hands.
Because sometimes, they say, I work a lot, I don't have time to coach, but every once in a while I could come out and help do something like that. Or my Sunday school class could come out and help take care of the grounds one week.
Oh, absolutely. They can come out and rake dirt and level fields and help dig new bases and stuff like that, where we're replacing base anchors, or we're always working on something down there. The dugouts need cleaning, or just a simple trash pickup. Somebody be down there to give some instructions on what needs to be done.
Well, thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Of course, Coach Parker is I think you're a busy man, and I don't see how you could come up with the time to do all of that, but we sure do appreciate you being here, and Jordan as well, with the DYSL. Remind everybody what that stands for, DYSL.
DYSL, Dawson Springs Youth League.
There you
DSYL.
go. Oh, did I say it wrong?
That's all right.
I'm just going to bring up a new word and then ask you what it is. It's kind of like a trivia question today, I guess.
You all have a great season, and thank you for being here, and look forward to hearing how the DSYL does this year.
Appreciate you having us.
Of course, Jordan Dalton and Jaymz Parker from the Dawson Springs softball leagues and baseball leagues and t-ball leagues and all kind of leagues. Basketball, they're going to hook everybody up. Who else we got out there, Ty? I seen a beautiful lady come in the door.
It's the Princeton Optimist Club radio auction coming up next week, so we'll have some Princeton Optimist Club members in here, and we'll be talking about the upcoming 49th annual radio auction.
All right, that's coming up next on Coffee Talk, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
The 49th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction will hit the airwaves of WPKY 103.3 FM on Monday, March 9th and continue through March 13th. You stop by each night and view the items at the Butler Building, and bidding can take place on-site or over the phone. All the money goes to youth activities in Caldwell and Lyon counties, including scholarships. So be generous during the 49th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction, Monday, March 9th through 13th. Heard nightly on WPKY 103.3 FM, your hometown radio station.
Your home team at Trice wants to help you stretch your vehicle budget as far as it will go. That's why they offer a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs under $10,000. As always, financing is not a problem. If you're receiving a tax refund and need a vehicle, your first stop should be with your home team at Trice Hughes. Vehicles under $10,000.
Buy your next vehicle from the home team. Find them on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or at tricehughes.com.
Need cash fast? Get the money you need. Call ABC Finance now.
Life doesn't always go as planned, and sometimes money is tight when you need it most.
At ABC Finance, we're here for you.
Hi, this is Jody Lamb at the Princeton ABC Finance location.
And this is Todd Morris at the Hopkinsville location.
And we can help you in a pinch, even if your credit is less than perfect.
At ABC Finance, we provide loans up to $15,000 and the individual attention to help you get your finances back on track.
We are locally owned and staffed, and decisions are made quickly, usually within an hour.
No appointment is needed. Walk-ins are welcome.
You can even give us a call, and we will take your application over the phone.
Or you can apply online at abcfinanceonline.com.
And like ABC Finance on Facebook.
ABC Finance in Hopkinsville on Fort Campbell Boulevard next to O'Charlie's and in Princeton Plaza. ABC Finance.
All loans subject to normal credit approval.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. What's it look like, Ty?
Hey, it's looking great, Tess. It's sunshine. You know that? It is sunshine. The clouds are giving way. We're going to have a high today of about 48. A little on the cool side just because we've got some gusty winds. And tonight, it's going to clear up a low down to about 28. Sunshine returns for tomorrow, a little warmer, high 53, with increasing clouds tomorrow night, low 36. And then for Sunday, this is going to be the pick day of the weekend. A little bit gusty winds, but sunshine and 61. Unfortunately, rain returns beginning of the work week. Showers in the afternoon, about an 80% chance, a high near 60 by Monday. But get out there and enjoy this weekend. You're going to see a lot of sun. Again, gradually warming up as we head toward the beginning of the week. You can expect a high today of 48, but watch out for those gusty winds. It'll feel a little bit cooler than what it actually is. Currently, it is 43. See the sun at WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Community Medical.
It sort of seems like Mother Nature likes to keep us guessing in Kentucky. Snow flurries one day, 65 and sunny the next. Well, you should be glad to know that Pennyrile Electric is prepared in any type of weather to help you keep your power on. With springtime often comes the chance for severe weather, increasing the possibility for downed trees and hanging power lines. The weather may be unpredictable, but Pennyrile Electric's commitment to being there when you need them the most never changes. That's Pennyrile Electric.
It's tax time. Hi, it's Christy and Casey.
Invest your tax refund wisely on an affordable vehicle at U-Ride.
At U-Ride, they offer on-the-lot financing too. Good credit or credit problems, they can help. U-Ride is a proud sponsor of all of Caldwell County sports on your hometown radio station, WPKY U-Ride on the Marion Road in Princeton. Let David help you find a great vehicle at a great price. And Christy and Case can help with all your financing needs.
Do your part to stimulate the economy by investing your tax refund at U-Ride.
1580 103.3 WPKY 839 with Tess and Ty, and we've got some visitors. Gorgeous young lady over here, and I'll tell you, she's sweet because she brought us coffee.
Yeah, we always love when people bring gifts and presents, and especially the kind that's liquid and you can drink and a little caffeine in it. Yeah,
mine's got mocha in it. We do need to say thank you to Coffee Royale, right?
Yes.
That was a special treat and gift from them, and we do really.
They also bring those edible coffee beans too.
Oh man, I was hoping you wouldn't have found those.
Yeah, they're over there.
Actually, she told me that I should eat them before you find them. Is what she told me.
That sounds about like we're so glad to have. It's that time. It's hard to believe, but it's the 49th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction coming up next week, Monday through Friday, the 9th through the 13th. And that'll be right after the newscast here on WPKY, 5:30 to whenever, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. But Dave Gardner, Brooksy Gardner, longtime Optimist members and officers, and just they make a lot of things happen in the Princeton Optimist Club. So welcome this morning. And boy, are we excited or what?
We are excited, and thank you for having us.
Yes.
Of course, we couldn't do it without WPKY all these years. And I think our first big thank you goes to them. The equal thank you go to all the individuals who've donated, all the businesses who've donated to make it what it is. And of course, then all the people out there that listen and come by the gym while we're there at Butler Gym again this year. And place your bids and bid often, bid high. It all goes back to the community, to the youth of our communities, of both scholarships for Lyon County graduating seniors and Caldwell County high school seniors as well. Plus, the donations go to help youth groups and youth services throughout the two-county area, basically. And we enjoy doing that. And because it takes it all.
It certainly does.
There's so much that the schools can't do anymore. And it's good that there's somebody they can come. We can't do it all, but we try to help, and that's what we try to do.
And the cool thing, a lot of that, the Optimist scholarships, a lot of people don't know, these are scholarships that last while they're for their 4-year deals.
4 years.
Yeah.
As of right now, we have 4 from Lyon County that's on the scholarships and 4 from Caldwell County. And then we'll add some more this year.
There's usually always, there should be always one coming off as another one comes on. So there's 4 continuing scholarships each year at each school.
Right.
And so how many years has the radio auction been going on consecutively?
49.
It's 49.
49 years, yes.
But we haven't been there that long.
No, you're too young for that.
Well, thank you.
Don't a girl? 'Cause she's just a youngin'. Are you kidding me?
Brooksy, exciting things coming up. Of course, the cool thing about the auction is, in my mind, and we want to thank, there's so many people to thank, but the Butler Gymnasium, of course, the Caldwell County School Board, that's just for the traditional place, really, for us to have it. And it sets itself up nice because it's centrally located right here in our town, and there's plenty of parking. People, usually the weather is nice and people are walking around and strolling around. They can come in and out. But
exactly,
another really neat feature that we have while the auction is going on is we have several church groups, youth groups, fundraisers going on. And guess what? It involves food, and that's always good, isn't it?
Yes, it is, for sure. And it's always good.
We have a pretty good lineup here, and I'm going to start with those. George just sent me those. So we've got meals. Not only are we going to have the auction going on, but we invite everybody to come in and help these groups that are helping to raise funds as well. They're providing meals. Monday night it's going to be the Lady Storm softball team. Tuesday, Highland Baptist Church Youth. Wednesday, it's Big John's barbecue night. Thursday, the Vocational School Skills Club. And Friday, King's Kitchen. So how about that lineup for food all week long? And you can just drive right by. If you don't come in the auction, just stop by and take something home, right?
I don't plan on cooking all week.
And pick up a piece of paper about the auction. That
you can take it home and bid.
You can go home and eat and look at it and call. And let me say our number is 270-365-5866.
Yep.
That is 270-365-5866. And you can call anytime. If it's busy, wait a few minutes, and we hope it is busy, and then call back, and there'll be someone to take your bid and put it in, and hopefully you'll get that item that you're wanting. And we have some good items, really good items this year. We have over 250 items.
Wow.
Plus the people that have donated monetary,
Right, we've got our good old goats.
Directly into the scholarship fund.
Are you still taking those if somebody wants to throw one in?
Yes, ma'am. We'll take them all week long, even after the auction's over. If somebody was out of town or, busy and forgot, they can always call one of the Optimist members and say, hey, I missed it. Can I go ahead and donate now? And we'd be glad to take it.
Now, is there a minimum value that needs to be?
No. Anything they want to do. We appreciate $5, $10, $100. It doesn't matter. And we encourage the classes that have graduated to put in their what?
Their challenge.
It's like a challenge. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't come up with that. So, and that's always exciting because one class will challenge another class, and then that's a lot of fun.
Especially the last several years, we've had Caldwell County High School classes. So one member will call and say, "Okay, I'm going to do this amount," and I challenge my classmates to come on in there.
Yes.
And that gets kind of fun as the week goes on as well, because and then. The great thing about the auction too is it's a place to gather. We talk about Black Patch being a homecoming, which it is, and a celebration. But the Princeton Optimist Club Radio Auction is kind of that way too. It's a place where down in the gym where people can come and look over the items. And you might not see somebody, had seen somebody in the past year or so to the last auction, and they're there because we have some very faithful bidders and folks that come down and just hang out with us all week. So it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. We enjoy it. It gets tiring, but then you get that extra when somebody bids, and that just makes you feel really great, and you're ready to go again. So,
what got you two started?
Yeah.
Pardon?
What in the world got you two started doing it all those years? In fact, now I know the Optimist Club's been doing it that many years, but
Yes.
how long have you two been doing it?
He's been doing it longer because at one time it was just mostly men.
Well, at one time the way the bylaws read, it could only be for men. Then, of course, those laws changed to open it up to women. And I've been involved for, I can't remember exactly, but over 30 years. And Brooksy's been involved, I guess, for probably 25
at least
years,
20,
maybe.
25, somewhere around.
But
right
anyway,
in there.
but we welcome anyone that would like to have fun and not a whole lot of work, but somebody that's interested in the community and activities and helping the youth to. We'd love to have new members.
Well, my grandma used to tell me that if you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work at all most of the time.
It does.
What got you started, though? About 30 years ago, what made you think, you know what, man, does that sound like a good time?
Well, the Optimist Club was very active in the community that time. We were the ones the come-to organization, basically. We had a lot of, we had basketball shoot contests, we had bicycle contests. Of course, we had the radio auction.
We had
and then,
fairs at that time.
We sponsored some fair-like activities. We had, at one time we had to raise funds for the community. We had what we called our chicken cooks. We were the first ones that really had these chicken cooks. We had some people, I forget now who it was, someone in Fredonia built us a trailer with a cooker on it. And we would set up in the Butler parking lot down here on Saturdays. And we would cook chickens all day, and raise money. And that's what we use that sometimes for special purposes if there was a need. I know at one time we helped raise money for the community activity building for a few years. Some of that went to that because the school system couldn't afford to build what we call the cab building. But they said, we let the community build it for us if you can. So we jumped in there and helped with that. But just things like that.
I can
that's
remember
what
that.
we were here for.
Yeah,
I love
Chip
those
Martin
chickens.
and
John French.
John French
Yep.
and Jim Hubbard. They'd all be out there cooking and just working. And then
It'd be so cold. You have to get those chickens in that sauce and let them soak. And they had a special secret sauce that only John French.
John French had the recipe.
He had the recipe,
Yeah.
and he wasn't giving it. But boy, I tell you, it was fun.
I miss those, though. I'll
do
tell you,
too.
I used to look forward to that as a kid because on the weekends, somebody was grilling up some chicken over there, and those smoked chickens, man, were they good.
They were really good.
It was a staple of the auction as well because
Yes.
we pretty much the Optimist Club. When I say we would be out there on the Butler lot, and those chickens were going all week while the auction was going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, and that's a hard job. These people that stand over these pits, these barbecue places, they've got to be commended because just say spend a day over that pit. It was an open pit. You don't realize it, but you have grease from head to toe.
You do.
It just
and smoke.
Oh yeah.
And then, as good as those things are, you don't want to eat them if you're standing around them all the time. So.
I know, but I did.
Oh yeah. Brooksy, do you have any specifics on any certain items that you can kind of give us a little clue about? Have you seen some of the stuff trickling in, or are you just going to keep it a secret?
Well, a lot of ours are gift certificates for places to eat.
Yes.
And we've got them from Lyon County, Caldwell County. We've got them from Christian County, from Marshall County, and there's just a variety of different things.
Tune in for some good eats.
Exactly.
And some good deals.
And then, of course, we have just about anything you really want, from from apparel to jewelry.
Right.
We got some from
You usually have some
jewelry.
services, too.
Yes.
Usually you can get some of our heating and air companies, provide
you.
us service calls and different things like that.
Trice donated $4. You buy 2, get 2 free.
Oh, wow.
Brand new tires.
Wow, that's nice.
So
The
they
home
will
team,
install
huh?
them and
Yeah.
everything. And that was one of the things that came
We
to
certainly
mind.
appreciate them
But
as
I'm not
well.
shorting anybody. Everybody has done great.
Now, Brooksy, just between us girls, what does that jewelry look like? Is that
It
awfully
is
pretty?
nice.
I won't tell
Nice.
anybody.
It's
It's
usually some nice
earrings
t-shirts.
and a necklace, and they match, but they sell separately.
Uh-huh.
And they came from Benton, Kentucky. Puckett's Jewelers.
Wonderful.
In Benton, so.
You know, Tess, we talk about all the community activities that we get to promote here and how great this community is and how giving this community is. And it is. And this is a community event where the community rallies together and provides either donations or items. So it goes right back into the community to help the youth. And that's what the Optimist
and
Club does.
We need to say that this is a joint adventure or
venture.
Venture, not adventure.
It is an
venture.
adventure. It can be an adventure.
Yes, it can be.
Every year.
Between the Princeton Optimist Club and the Princeton Kiwanis Club.
That's correct.
And they work very hard to help us, and we work to help them, and so it's a joint adventure.
Yeah, about
You know what,
3
though?
years
That's
ago.
what makes it what it
It
is,
does.
is the team effort
It does.
the different groups and organizations coming together, coming out there and doing the radio auction, and then listening to it and being a part of it. Everybody wants to be a part of that.
And then again, too, remember, you can always pick us up online, and the phone number, if you should, we'll tell you again on that if you want to jot that down here before we go off the air, but we'll be announcing that several times during the radio auction each night. But also on the homepage of WPKY, there is a banner on there that
There
does
sure is.
show our phone number for the week. And as Brooksy said, I think we have at least 3, maybe 4 phones on a rollover system. So if one phone's busy, it'll roll over to the next one. So you shouldn't have to wait, but over maybe a couple of 3 rings if things are busy in order to get on. And we do appreciate everyone that stays with us and bids. You can come by and check items. They will be numbered. Probably each night there will be numbered, so you can come in early. If something comes up you can't stay, you can get those numbers, you can leave a bid, and you can listen. We might tell you about what time that item might come up for bid if you're going to be busy doing other things, that you can tune in and bid on that item. But there, once again, it all goes back to the communities, and we certainly appreciate all those donors and all those that contribute to cash donations. Also, once again, any cash donation, whether it be $1 or $100 or $1,000, whatever, it goes into our scholarship funds. And there again, right now, we look at about a minimum of $4,000 a year in scholarships, and so it all helps.
I'll tell you, that's a couple of probably good nominees for Hometown Hero right there, sitting there, Ty. That's I was thinking about that, over 50 years worth of service to the community just at the radio auction. How many kids did they help, put through with scholarships? So we sure do appreciate both of you.
Well, thank you. But
We enjoy
it's it's not that we're looking for anything at all. We're
not.
That's what
we're
makes
just
you
happy to
fantastic, though.
participate.
You do it for the right reasons, right?
We love doing it. And I can tell you one we do is when we go out to Penarol Industries and we give them at Christmas time, we pizza party.
Yeah, pizza party.
And they have the best time, and so do we. We thoroughly enjoy it. And, of course, that's not the only thing that we do. We help shelter. If people having trouble with a place to live, we try to help find them a place. And we do the Hope and Cope Center, like I said, Special Olympics, and just different things, 4-H groups, FFA groups, kids going to
camps,
Washington, D.C., that, the school can't support everybody.
The Caldwell County Band of Pride, you guys
yes,
have really
we do
turned
that.
out for,
So,
too.
but we enjoy being members of the Optimist Club. If we didn't, we wouldn't still be there. But if you need any information, I don't have my number down here, but I do George Kilgore's, and his is 270-625-3427, or Roy Jean Rogers at 270-625-9442. Or you can, if you can call the radio station,
Yep.
either one of these two will be glad to give you a number.
I'd just like to point out the two people who didn't show up this morning, their phone numbers got put out over there. Let that be a lesson to you, Roy Jean.
Well, Roy Jean was he was tied up with Special Olympics
Right.
this morning. And,
Yes,
And George,
and George is out of town.
George is out of town.
George is,
Yeah.
he drives the Murray State basketball teams.
I have threatened to jump
And,
on that
so
bus
he was
when he's
out
not
of town
looking.
this morning
Yeah.
too. I think he's with the men's
I think he enjoys
ball
doing
team
that.
today.
Even.
But anyway, yes, we thank the community. We really appreciate everyone for anything and everything that you do. And there again, WPKY, we couldn't do it.
We couldn't do it without you all.
The phone
For
number
sure.
once again
For the auction.
for the auction is 270-365-5866. 270-365-5866. And there again, we have a rollover system, and so you shouldn't have to wait at all.
And Ty, when they talk about that, Beth, I thank her too. She
yes.
Oh, we couldn't do it without
Beth,
her.
man, I'll tell you, that lady, it can really go above and beyond, the scope. And it's
She is great.
And we, like I say, we thank you.
We
for
thank
everything, 'cause
everybody.
We couldn't do it without you. That's
for sure.
That's the whole thing in a nutshell, right there.
Well, we invite everybody down to participate in the 49th annual radio auction. It's going to be a fun week. Mosey in and out all week long, because a lot of times items get added as the week goes on. So if you miss something, if you come down on Monday night or Tuesday night, guess what? There may be something new there Thursday night or Friday night.
I do know we're going to have a lot of haircuts available. And nails and different things like that for the ladies.
I saw it like back in the day, when one business would do it, then another business would say, well, wait a minute, they're not going to outdo me.
That's exactly
And they'll
right.
call in.
Yes.
So it actually does get a lot better about midweek. It really gets competitive.
And it can snowball, but if you're out there and a Kiwanis member or a Optimist member has not contacted you, and you say, hey, I want to be a part of that, I want to donate, and get in touch with one of us here. Those numbers Brooksy gave, you can call me here and I'll give you my cell phone, 963-8860. I collect those items as well.
Well,
for the
mine
Optimist
is
Club.
270-206-8635, and Dave's 270-853-7440.
Yeah, so if you see one of us out and about town, or
give us a call,
and we'd be
just
glad
give us a call.
to get you
We
fixed
didn't-
up.
We didn't mean to overlook anybody.
No, it just happens. Our numbers that's one reason why the Kiwanians and the Optimists have teamed together, because the club numbers in the past several years have dwindled a little bit. And we certainly would love to have members. We would love to have participation. But two have combined to get this done. And we certainly, again, as you said, don't mean to miss anybody. It's just that we might be limited in scope and scale on contacting folks.
That's the one thing I love about the Optimist Club is you got younger and older and all ages in between. And I love that, because that actually opens you up to a lot of great ideas, Ty.
Exactly.
No doubt about it. And that's what we do. So come on out, bid often, bid high, and participate in the 49th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction. Dave Gardner, Brooksy Gardner, thank you all so much.
Well,
Thank you for having us. We
really
enjoyed
appreciate
it, and we look forward to seeing everybody.
And we look forward to seeing everyone at the auction.
And here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Ty, what's it looking like?
Well, I'll tell you what, can expect sunshine. That's the great thing. A few clouds this morning and a little bit of gusty winds out there. And with the temperature of about 48, it's going to feel a little bit colder. So you do want to bundle up if you're heading out this morning. Then for tonight, you can expect clear skies, low down, pretty chilly tonight in the low to mid 30s. And then for tomorrow, more sunshine, a little bit warmer than today. You can expect a high about 54. And then as we head into Sunday, that's kind of the peak day, sunshine, a high in the 60s. But unfortunately, here comes the rain, the beginning of our work and school week. Looks like about an 80% chance in the morning on Monday. That continues into Tuesday as well. Still warm, highs in the 60s. So again for today, enjoy that sunshine, but bundle up. We'll have wind and a high of 48. It is currently 41 at WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Brantley Furniture.
First Southern National Bank's Southern roots run deep. Founded in a small Kentucky town, First Southern has always used their example, influence, and resources to help others make wise financial decisions. They know you want to be in charge of your money and to feel valued by your bank. At First Southern Bank, you're more than a number, which is why they've provided personalized service to their customers for more than 35 years. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. Member FDIC.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
2018 Buick Regal, 13,000 miles, Trice priced at $269 per month for 72 months.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or tricehughes.com.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu at the White House.
We're taking care of it.
President Trump, just before signing into law an emergency coronavirus spending bill.
By signing that bill, the president is authorizing the expenditure of $8.3 billion in funding for the coronavirus response. The lead agency, of course, is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention here in Atlanta. The U.S. now ranks among the top 10 countries with the largest numbers of confirmed coronavirus infections.
Fox's Jonathan Seri on Wall Street. Stocks continue sinking at the open on virus worries. The Dow down about 670 points, despite robust jobs numbers out.
273,000 jobs created in February. And with that, the unemployment rate ticked down slightly to 3.5%.
Fox's Blake Berman. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Feeling like your engine isn't running the way it should? You might be in need of some fuel treatment. It can help your engine run smoother and improve your gas mileage. Right now, we've got 2 bottles of Lucas Complete Fuel Treatment for just $8, plus a $1 bonus reward for AutoZone Rewards members. Not a member? We can sign you up fast in-store, or you can go to AutoZone.com. Getting your job done just got easier. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
America is a great big country
filled with all kinds of different people.
And we all count.
That's why the 2020 census
wants to make sure we're all counted.
Why is it so important?
Because the census helps inform how hundreds of billions of dollars will be spent each year for things like
new roads, health clinics,
even more school programs.
So make sure you're counted.
Because you count.
Shape your future. Start here. Learn more at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Rogers Pet Grooming.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast. Becoming sunny today, reaching a high of 48 degrees. Could see northwest winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour throughout the day, making it feel that much colder.